Hey, are you interested in learning how to start freelance writing as a beginner? I'm here for you. My name is Elna from elnacain.com. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel to get freelance writing advice just for you as a beginner. All right. Now, I'm going to talk about how to start as a beginner freelance writer. I'm going to give you the ultimate guide and we're going to walk through this post. So if you want, you can look at it and make sure you can follow me on Instagram at Elna Cain. All right, here we go. The complete guide to getting started freelance writing from scratch. I wrote this when I'd say a year or 2 years into freelance writing. At that point, I understood the process of landing a client, finding clients, marketing strategies, all of that at that time. And I wanted to have a helpful guide on my blog so that any new freelance writers out there or those interested in becoming a freelance writer can look at this and get some tidbits of information to help them on the right track. All right, so let's go through this. It's highly relevant for right now. So these are all things that work in this month and in many months to come. All right, so before I go into my tactics, I do share my story of becoming a freelance writer, just to give you some backstory. For me, I started when my twins were quite young, I'd say 15 months old. At that time, I was handling being a mom. They were napping twice a day. I would get a big chunk in the day between like 1 and 3, 1 and 4. They would nap beautifully, both of them. And I found that I had that time to do something more than just doing chores, or at that time I was on Pinterest a lot and I was scrapbooking. Like I wanted to do something more with my life at that point. So I decided to look at other blogs, and I started reading blogs, going on YouTube, and I learned that other moms were making money blogging and writing online. And one of them said that she was a staff writer for these blogs. And I was like, wow, this is a legit thing. She gets paid to write blog posts for other blogs. I'm like, wow, this is what is it called? What is this? It's freelance writing. And that's how it all started for me. So, and I walk you through that in this post. You can head on over to elnacain.com and sign up to my free course if you want, to help you land your first client. All right, so the first thing that all new freelance writers should do to become a freelance writer is to research about freelance writing. This is exactly what I did. I didn't know what staff writer was. I didn't know the whole concept of writing online and getting paid online. How do you do that? How do you get paid this money? What services do you use? So I had to research and find out that it was called freelance writing, and then from there find sites that talked about freelance writing and read about it. My top sites are Freelancer FAQs, Be a Freelance Blogger, and The Right Life. Those 3 sites have excellent information to help you, as well as my site, elnacain.com. And I do share some of my popular but highly valuable posts. So I will put this blog post link in the description below so that you can check out these blog posts to help you find some freelance writing jobs as a beginner. The second thing you need to do to become a freelance writer is to become familiar with the writing skills and tools required. Now, I don't know about you, but again, I was so new to the online world. I didn't know what tools you needed. I would go to blog posts and want to comment, and I see all these beautiful faces next to their names and their sites. And when I put mine, I got nothing. I got a blank shadow profile face. And I'm like, I asked my husband, why is my face not on there? Like everyone else's face is on there. And he told me that it's because they have a gravatar. So it's like things like this I had no idea. I didn't know about LinkedIn. I didn't know about Twitter. I really didn't know much about any of that stuff. So I had to learn all of this and learn those tools. And through that process, I was also learning my writing skill level at that time. Can I write a blog post? What's entailed in writing a blog post? Things like that I was learning. And I suggest you do the same. There might be some organizational skills that you need to sharpen up. How to keep track of your projects and your invoices and all that. There's going to be some skills you need to learn in regards to blogging. Knowing the difference between blogging and content writing is something that you should learn, and how you can write for an online audience and how that's different. You're going to have to learn a little bit about content marketing. Your presence online needs to be marketed out there so that people can find you. And so that all encompasses content marketing. And as well, you need to build your confidence in this. And you can build confidence and lose that fear as a freelance writer by starting your website, by guest posting, and by connecting with other writers like me or other ones that you see online or on YouTube. You might need a task management program. Again, these are other tools that you need. I personally use my planner, my freelance writing planner, just for freelance writers. Here's a little snapshot. I actually have it right here. Let me see if I can show you. This is the planner that I use right here. So I keep track of my pitches. Here's like a client, things like that. And my pitch tracker when I was doing some pitches. So there you go. I still use that to keep track of anything that I need to for my clients and for my pitching strategy. You might need to become familiar with an image editor, something like Canva or PicMonkey. Learn how to use those tools, because potential clients may want you to optimize their images or create Facebook images or Instagram quotes. Get familiar with an editing app to help you with your writing, to proofread your writing as well. Something like Grammarly or Hemingway are great editing apps to look into. The third thing you need to do to start freelance writing is to practice writing, especially in the niche that you want to write in. It says here that you don't have to be the best writer to be a successful one, but you do need to know how to write sentences and get your thoughts across. So what if English isn't your first language? That could be something that you're wondering. There are many freelance writers who don't have English as their primary language, and they are making a living freelance writing. So it is possible, but it might just mean you have to work a little harder showing prospects you are more than capable of writing for them, all right? You might have to do a little extra to tell them, I know English, I can write in English, even though it's my second language. If you're a fairly good writer, work on improving your writing overall. So practice adding sensory details, eliminating filler words, and honing your craft. And you can do this by starting your own blog, right? And I have a blog post for that as well. The fourth thing you want to do is create a writing portfolio for your work. Learning how to build a portfolio takes a bit of time. There are steps involved, like having those writing samples, choosing your writing niche, and finding a place to house your portfolio. All of that comes together to build your portfolio, and so that you can look credible as a writer. So here I suggest you go onto Medium to post to build your portfolio. You can do some guest posting. Here is a snapshot of what I found for spiritual sites that need guest writers. All right. The fifth step is to start pitching to jobs. Now that you got all that under your belt, now you can really start looking to see the landscape of freelance writing jobs out there. All right, I do have some helpful posts for you, like how to write a pitch. Also have a video on that, how to find freelance writing jobs quickly, and my pitching process for new writers. All right, and then you got to hustle, all right? You can't just think that you're going to pitch 5 times and that's it. You need to pitch 5 times every day until you land that job. And that could be 30 days of pitching 5 times a day until you land that job, all right? You have to hustle. Get on social media, do some guest posting, get yourself out there so that people can find you. And of course, you want to continue learning. The best thing you can do as a new freelance writer is to continue to learn, whether it's writing tips, business tips, or pitching tips. Hone your skills by learning from those who have done it before. And this is what I did when I started freelance writing. And even today, I hone my digital marketing writing by listening to podcasts about SEO or read social media marketing tips in books, right? I'm always constantly learning the latest Instagram thing about Instagram guides, Instagram reels, learning about Twitter marketing tactics, and all of that is working on those platforms, because part of that is my digital marketing niche and writing about social media. I do that a lot for my clients. So there you go. That's my process on how to become a freelance writer from scratch if you're a total beginner. I hope these tips helped you. Go ahead and, like I said, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, head on over to elnacain.com. I will put the link in the description below of this blog post so that you can check out all the wonderful resources that I have for you, completely free. And if you have some time, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I share cool tips for writers, cool tips for bloggers, and a little bit of my personal life down there with my twins and how I do all this as a mom. All right. Talk to you in the next video.